last classes we had discussed about IFCI and we also have come across SFC. So the next institution we'll be studying under this chapter is IDBI Bank, which stands for Industrial Development Bank of India. IDBI was set up in the year July 1964 as a wholly owned subsidiary of RBI. So it's a very initiative of the RBI itself. It is an apex financial institution. It coordinates the working of other financial institutions. So prior to the IDBI, we have seen SFC and we also seen IFCI, right? So this is another apex institution that has been instituted by Government of India, which supports or develops, gives assistance for the development of industry and also coordinates the working of other financial institution. So in case IFCI needs funds or SFC needs certain assistance, IDBI is always there to provide such assistance. It assists in the development of other financial institutions. So that is what I just mentioned here. It can be commercial banks, it can be IFCI, SFC or Exim Bank or CITCO, etc. Even if other institutions are facing certain issues with any kind of technical assistance or managerial or financial, IDBI is always there to assist them. It provides credit to large industries concerns directly. It undertakes other activity for development of industry. So IDBI is not only an expert in providing financial assistance, as in to say the seed capital, but it also makes sure gradually how the industry needs to be developed, because as the name itself says, it is Industrial Development Bank of India. So the very reason, the objective why it is set up is to provide financial assistance in terms of what? Not just you start a business or you start or establish an industry, but then you also tend to grow or develop, right? From one branch to you open up 2 or 3 branches, right? From a national a sale of products and commodities to international sale of commodities. That's what growth is about, right? So IDBI not only focuses in establishing these large scale industries and providing them finance directly, but also it makes sure the industries are developed. So whatever help or support the industry needs in order to develop a better machinery, a better land or building or other material things that they need, IDBI will provide or give assistance. Let's look at the objectives. Coordination, regulation and supervision of the working of other financial institutions such as IFCI, ICICI, UTI, LIC, commercial banks and SFC. Now IFCI we have known, ICICI is again Industrial Development Unit Trust of India we have, and Life Insurance Corporation, Commercial Banks and State Financial Corporation. Now, the very first objective of IDBI is to coordinate. We looked at the introduction as well, right? It coordinates as to what institutions are focusing on what kinds of industries. Up to what level are these institutions providing financial assistance? Where else can I extend my financial help? That's called coordinating. Regulating in the sense, I have to make sure that the industries are following up with the finance. Industries are following up with how they're utilizing their amount of funds. Supervision. So every time they're going to be, let's say, a 3 months check or a 6 months check as to how have the funds been utilized, right? Or do they need some more funds in establishing the industries? Or do you need a financial assistance to IFCI, right? So all these are taken care by the IDBI, right? Even they extend the help to even LIC or commercial bank or even state financial corporations. So the first objective is to coordinate, is to regulate and is to supervise the working, right? How are the other institutions working, right? Is there any assistance that they require? Are they doing good? Are they submitting the reports, right? Timely reports. To how many industries have they given loans? Have they followed up whether they're paying back the loan amount in the sense EMIs, right? Are the industries paying back? Are the interest being charged? Is the interest being paid back? All these working, how the financial institutions are working. It's not just about lending. You also need to follow up after lending. Are they paying back timely EMIs? Are they paying back along with principal and interest amount? Right? If not, what is the condition of the industry? Why are they not able to pay back? What is the issue that they are facing? Right? It can be a labor issue, it can be a technical issue. What is it? Why are they not able to pay back? All this follow-up is being done by IDBI. Number 2, supplementing the resources of other financial institutions and thereby widening the scope of their assistance. So IDBI exclusively will look at how far IFCI has provided, or what are the industries they are focusing on, and what are the industries SFC is focusing on, what other industries are left out from the priority list of IFCI and SFC or ICICI. Okay, so supplementing means for those, let's say IFCI is focusing on ABC, three kinds of industry, right? And SFC and other industries are focusing on the next three categories. So the left out categories is what IDBI will take care of, right? Or supplementing, right? Giving the substitute help, or they're providing you financial help, I will provide you technical support, right? So that is called as supplementing the resources. If there is one institution who is expert in providing financial assistance, that is loan, so IDBI will supplement this other resources such as technical help, managerial help, industrial layout, procurement of raw material, etc. So other resources of other financial institutions, and thereby widening the scope of assistance. So whichever industry to which all these institutions are providing guidance, that industry will be the most beneficial, because from one institution it is getting financial help, another institution it is getting technical help or managerial help. So who is the benefit at the end of the day? It is those industries who are receiving the assistance. It can be a cottage industry, it can be other small scale or medium scale industries. So those are the most benefited industries. That's why it says widening the scope of their assistance. So they have a mutual understanding among themselves, the industries or the institutions, when they provide assistance. Number 3, planning, promotion and development of key industries and diversification of industrial growth. Now, as I say, that it does not focus on specific or just one type of industry, where the IDBI is what? Industrial development. So it focuses on large scale industries. It can be pharmaceutical, automobile industry, FMCG industry, etc. So it not only provides financial assistance, but it also plans or gives certain plant layout or industrial layout, right? Also helps in promoting, right? As I just mentioned in the previous classes, how important promotion is. You set up, you establish, you manufacture, the products are ready. But if people are not aware that so and so company is selling certain products or commodities, nobody is going to buy them, correct? So promotion is very important. You need to communicate to the public or to the society that I am a company who is going to manufacture certain commodity or certain service, render certain services. Then only people will be willing to buy your product. So who does for industries? It is IDBI. And development. So definitely it focuses on key industries. What do you mean by key industries? Key industries are those which are most profitable and which is serving the largest in the nation. Okay, certain industries may serve only certain cities or certain states, but there are few industries which focuses on providing or meeting the needs of the society at a very large scale. Let's say, for example, automobile. We need two-wheelers, we need four-wheelers. It's a very large scale. I'm not just focusing on one city or one family or one certain, location. I'm focusing on the entire country. So my production is going to be based on to whom am I going to serve. So I'm going to focus on such key industries which automatically will impact the development of the economy. Okay, those are called as key industries which maximize income, which meets the needs of the society or the people at large. Those are called as key industries. And diversifications of industrial growth. Now, diversification is from the main line of business that you are doing. Let's say you're trying to do FMCG. You are a company involved in manufacturing food products. Now you want to diversify your business. Let's say you want to start a clothing or a textile industry. Okay, clothing. So that's called as diversification. So you have one product line which focuses on food products and another product line which focuses on textiles. That is called as diversification. That's how a company grows. Either you can have just one single product and start growing in that, or when one product, let's say one product line is a good hit in the market, you're able to win the reach out the products to the consumers. Products are happy with your consumers are happy about your products, about your services. You have established a good reputation in the market. Then you can move on to diversifying your product line. That's how Reliance started, right? Now let's say it was excelling in petroleum. It started with Reliance Trends. It started with Reliance Footwear. How did it go? Because one product line was very successful. The brand has been established. People are aware there is a company called Reliance who offers good quality products or services. So that's when they started Trends. Now, when Trends was a hit, they started Reliance Footwear. Now, Reliance Footwear was a hit in the market. Then they started Reliance Fresh. You understand what is called diversification? So when one product line is successful and is able to establish a good reputation, that means you are able to win the trust of the society or people in the same brand name. When you diversify your products, people will still purchase, people will still continue to be loyal to your company. Is that clear? So that is what IDBI focuses on. They plan, they promote, they develop the key industries and also diversifications of industrial growth. So not just IDBI focuses on textile industry to be diversified or to be developed. Also automobile, also pharmaceutical, also FMCG, etc. Number 4, devising and enforcing a system of industrial growth that conforms to national priorities. Now, this is very important. Now, from on a national level, what are the industries that gives the maximum benefit to the economic growth or maximum profit? Which are those industries which are giving maximum employability, right? Serving consumers or manufacturing products and commodities at a very large scale. For example, ITC. It's been there for so many number of years, serving customers or serving the society in different product lines, right? Same case with Reliance or same case with Tata, right? Now these are uh, one of the objective of IDBI to devise and enforce a system of industrial growth that conforms to national priorities. Now, what is a national priority is that we need people to be employed. We need people to earn their own living, right? And we also need all this must result at the end what? National growth or India to be developed, India's GDP to be developed, or the rupee standard in the foreign market to be growing. That is the national priority. So whichever industries or through which industries is our rupee value increasing, is our Indian marketability being increasing. So we devise and enforce a system of industrial growth that conforms to national priorities. So we always seen that heading Reliance as Ambani, right? Now we see that he is the world's, or at least Asia's, most richest person, right? So that's how. Now how can we recognize that Asia's richest is what? An Indian. Whose credit does it go to? Indian economy. You're understanding? The credit goes to Indian economy. And then we come down to, so which company? So it's called as Reliance. They have so many product lines that serve wide range of customers in India and across the globe. Correct? So that is called as national priority. That gives more of credit in terms of money or in terms of employability, in terms of development to the Indian economy. So that's how IDBI focuses on. So we complete 4 different objectives of IDBI. Moving on to functions, we have 3 different functions: direct assistance, indirect assistance, and promotional activities. So today we'll only complete until direct assistance. It has 2 sub-points. One is term loan. It provides for industries for a period of 10 to 12 years. So term loans or long-term loans, medium or long-term loans, IDBI provides industries for a period of 10 to 12 years. It has set up a venture capital fund in the year 1987 extensively to assist technology-oriented and high-risk industries. Now here, remember, IDBI, here the first function is to focus on technology-oriented industries or high-risk industries. Not everybody would come forward into those industries. Now, what is a venture capital fund? Have you heard about that? Venture capital fund is where you are willing to invest or put in your money or capital into a very promising business idea. Now, at the same case, it is very risky. Okay, now that idea looks very profitable, looks very promising in the future, but anything can happen, right? People may accept that product or people may not accept the product. So that is why it is called as highly risky industry. Okay, if your product is accepted, you might earn not just profits, you might start reaping super profits. On the other side, if it's a loss, right, it's all your investment or capital will be at stake. Understand? So who takes up that risk of providing capital to such highly technology oriented or highly risky industries is IDBI. So they have set up a venture capital fund in the year 1987 extensively to assist such kind of industries. B. Equipment leasing. Now we have commonly understood what is this point of leasing, what is equipment leasing. Now IDBI stands as a third party here who purchases the imported equipment on lease for a period of 5 to 8 years. Now we just priorly discussed that they support industries with whom? Highly technology oriented and highly risky. Then definitely to such industries, people who have to lend their equipment or lend their machinery will think twice, correct? Because it is risky. You might lose the money or you might gain double the money. So therefore, IDBI is going to purchase an imported equipment on lease. So on lease, it would be as a single industry to procure the same equipment might be impossible. But in the face of IDBI, which has been recognized and established by the Reserve Bank of India, the procedure becomes more simpler than you approaching personally than the institution approaching them. So IDBI procures that equipment or the machine that is required. It might be a very technical one, a very updated one, right, on lease for a period of 5 to 8 years. So that way they can lend it to the industries who require the usage of that equipment or machine. Is that clear? So this completes the objectives of IDBI, and also among the functions we have completed the first point, direct assistance. So next class we'll complete the indirect assistance and the promotional activities of IDBI.